Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me. This is Ciara from Ciara T Designs, and today I have this fun envelope pen pal pocket to share with you. So let's jump right in. So to start, we are going to create it, and I have two envelopes here. These are A2 sized envelopes, and I chose Kraft because I thought that would be a really pretty base to work from. I am going to do a brown and pink kind of pocket, just because I prefer those colors. Not necessarily, you could absolutely do any color you wanted here. And you can see that I'm just going to adhere the two pockets, the two envelopes together, and I'm doing that on the flap. This is because this will create those two the two envelope pockets that we're going to have to put stuff in for the pen pal. And I did choose to do the glue first so that I could slide it around it if I needed it to, and then removed the adhesive for the flap to actually close. So here you can kind of see this is the construction of the pocket that we're going to create. And in this video, I did have to split this up into two different videos, just because it would have been really long, and I've noticed that YouTube doesn't like long videos. They don't seem to promote them as much. So I kind of tried to make this into two smaller bite-sized pieces so that it would be a little easier to watch. So we're going to do the creation and the decorating of the front and the back of the pocket first. And then in the next video, we will decorate the inside and do a matching envelope for this to actually be mailed in. So here I have the Tim Holtz palette. I think it's actually called Volume 5 Backdrops. It's the one that also matches the palette Ephemera pack. And I am going to use some vintage photo around all of the edges of my ephemera and papers and whatnot, just to give it a kind of that more vintage style. This is pretty much all in shades of pink, just because I like pink. Pink is kind of my thing. And honestly, there's no real rhyme or reason as to what I do here. I kind of just sat down and had a lot of fun playing with this pocket. This is going to one of my pen pals. If you guys don't know, that's one of my favorite hobbies. I have several pen pals all over the world, and I like to, when I have time, make these fun pockets for them filled with like random ephemera and whatnot, and of course always a letter. I just have a blast creating these and then mailing them off to my friends in different places. So this one specifically is going to the States. She probably won't have it before I finish this, so she's already gonna know because Callista does watch my videos, but that is who it's going to. So I chose to rip that paper because I kind of wanted to have the option to tuck things and whatnot. And now I wouldn't say that I'm great at creating collages, but I have so much fun with it that I just keep trying, which I think is the whole purpose. You do have to practice to get better at skills. So I think it can be very deterring when you struggle. At least I find that. I struggle sometimes, so I get a little deterred from, trying again. But I am trying to just keep going. I mean, really, at the end of the day, although I hope you guys find some inspiration from this, really, I hope that Callista likes it because it is for her. So I think she'll really like this. I think she'll really enjoy it. And yes, my nails are going to change throughout the video. This took me a little while to create because I do struggle with collage. So it's not something that I can sit down and easily do. So sometimes it takes me, a little while to actually put this together. So you are going to see my nails change about halfway through the video because I did actually create what I wanted on the inside before I did the second part of this video, which is the other side of the page you can see here. So it's the flap that's down currently, but I thought it would be kind of fun to save the inside and the envelope for another video. So it's kind of like a two-parter. And I don't know. I just kind of try all pieces. And I think that ripping them really adds a lot of fun into the design as well. I did also add a little frame to this. I'm sorry, I didn't record it. I don't know why I didn't. I guess I just forgot to hit record, but I didn't end up recording the frame that I'm going to add. You're going to see it here in a second when I start working on the second half of the envelope. But I kind of, again, I'm not measuring what I need. I'm just eyeballing it as well. You guys know that I'm I'm pretty bad for that. I do that most of the time when I'm creating. I kind of cut it down to where I think it needs to be, and then I pretty much eyeball it and get these little slivers of paper. But I save the slivers of paper, so I'm not really worried about it. I would just add them to something else later. But here you can kind of see that I did go back and forth trying to judge how much I needed to cut off. And then I usually judge it wrong and have to keep cutting, but I don't really find that to be a problem. And I did bring in my We Are Memory Keepers corner rounder to just kind of match what the envelope looks like, because you can see the envelope has like curved corners as opposed to very pointy ones, squared off ones. So I just thought that would look really pretty with how the envelope is looking. So here you can see right here, I'm going to use it. This is the little piece that's going to go on that little flap. And then I believe I use it on the big piece as well. Sorry, it's been a little while since I've made this, so I have to kind of remember what I was doing when I made it. But I corner rounded all of the, and I did on the other side as well. So at this point, the inside is finished. You're not going to see it because I don't open the envelope, but I think it turned out really cute, and that will be in the next video. So you'll get to check that out here pretty quick. It'll probably honestly be Thursday's video, just so that they're together, so they're not, a long ways apart. So everybody's like, I don't even remember what the heck we were making, which is totally fair. So I did once again bring in my vintage photo just to add a little bit of the vintage feel around the edges. And this part is going to be fairly simple because this has to open and close, right? Every time Calista wants to open it, this has to be able to open and close. So I really wanted it to be simple on this side. So the other side has this kind of fun collage in there. You can see the little frame that I added. This is like a fun, okay, there's a sneak peek of the inside. I forgot that I had that in there, but so at this point the inside is finished. So I really wanted this part to be fairly simple, just because this part has to be more functional than anything. I want it to be pretty because that's the whole purpose, but I don't want it to, have all these pieces that could rip off or fall off or whatnot. So it's going to be really simple, but still, I hope, quite pretty. So I did bring in some lace that I bought off of Amazon a little while ago. It's like my go-to lace. I just love it. And I'm going to adhere it over this adhesive flap with some glue as well, just to make sure that it stays where I want it to. And I only put that little line there. I originally decided that I wasn't going to, and then here's where I decided just to add it to be safe. And then I will just push the lace into the glue with my finger. You could do you could use like double-sided tape here as well if you wanted to. I just like liquid glue because it gives me a chance to shift things around if I need to. So it's kind of my preference. And then I do let it dry before I let it touch the other page. So at this point, it's completely dry, and now I'm going to trim off the edges so that it's not hanging over. I don't want anything to be outside of the A2 envelope. And then I am going to put this in a 5x7 envelope when I finish this up. And you guys will see that here in the next video. But I just trimmed off the excess that was hanging out the edge there. And then I'm going to bring in, and this is a new thing to me, so I probably put this on wrong, but I brought in a Crafter's Companion hook and loop fastener. They're Velcro dots, really, but I'm guessing you can't call them that. So I just brought in, this pack here has 50, there's 25 black and 25 white. And I've never used these before, but I wanted this to be able to stay closed because I didn't want stuff to be shifting around too much when it was being shipped. So I thought it'd be really fun to do this kind of Velcro dot on it so that it could open and close. And this way it could be reused too. Like if Calista decided she wanted to send this to like a pen pal of hers, she's more than welcome. Like she doesn't have to keep this if she doesn't want to. That doesn't offend me in any way, shape, or form. I want people to love what they get and not, if they want to share the love, that's okay. I don't mind at all. So I also brought in this really pretty little line of, it's a sticker kind of, and it's just got these little pearls on it. And I thought that was really pretty. So I brought that in just to kind of add a little bit more interest to the bottom of the pocket. And that's pretty well all I did for this. I am going to adhere the other side of that Velcro dot. I stuck it down with just the stick that's on it, but it wasn't sticky enough to stay. So I do end up lifting it up later and adding glue just to make sure that it didn't leave where I needed it to sit because you pull this open and closed consistently, right? So it didn't want to stay where I had put it. So this is what it's going to look like, but I did actually have to end up gluing that down. And then this is the finished product. Here's that frame that I added that I totally forgot to record and show you guys. So sorry about that. And I love how it turned out. I think it's just super cute. So this is the part that you get to see today. I have to clean up that little sticker, but otherwise I think that it turned out super cute, and I love how it's looking so far, and I hope you'll come back and check out the second half of this video so you can see the inside and the matching envelope that it will actually be mailed in. So that is the video I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I do new videos every Monday and Thursday. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.